Hey, what is up guys, it's Galaxy Tech Dartler here, coming to you guys today with a new Shaddoll deck profile for this current format. It's really fun, I really like it, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I haven't actually done a profile in this for quite a while, so yeah, I will kind of re-go over the card choices again, since the previous video. So yeah, enjoy the deck profile guys. So for the monster lineup, I'm gonna show you. I'm playing 3 copies of Shaddoll Beast because I just I've seen people cutting it down to 2, but I just really enjoy the extra beast to get that extra draw. So yeah, just generating card advantage in general is just really great. And then playing 3 copies of Shaddoll Falco because I just too good not to play at 3 at the moment. It's just if you play it right with Shaddoll Fusion and Shaddoll Fusion and just anything that sends it to the graveyard, if you play it right, it can just generate so many plays, synchro or fusion wise. So yeah, and then playing 3 copies of Shaddoll Squamata because you just need that. You just need the 3 of them to thin your deck, access certain cards, so you can access your Shaddoll Core with it to get back fusions from your graveyard, which is just really great. So yeah, and then playing 2 copies of Shaddoll Beast, not Beast, Dragon, because it's just too good as well. It's a Gin Lock out, as is Squamata, and also you really, some cards you really want to just destroy the back row, and it's easier to do it with Dragon than it is with an MST, so yeah. And then playing 2 copies of Shaddoll Hedgehog because if I didn't play, I do like playing this at 3 but just not enough because I have been testing ratios, and playing it at 3 and Shaddoll Fusion at 2 is just not appealing to me at all. I mean, I've been blocked by mistakes so many times with the Shaddoll Hedgehog, and just being able to play around it by playing 2 instead of 3 is really helpful. And then that is the Shaddolls. So there's 13 Shaddolls in all, I think. So yeah. And then playing for the next bit, playing 3 copies of Mathematician. Just need to play this card. And then playing 3 copies of Effect Veiler. It jams up your opponent's plays, and it's fusion fodder for Construct. And then I'm playing 1 BLS because you have a significant light and dark ratio, I guess. I don't draw into it that much, and if needs be, if it's really dead or it's the last light, then it can be used for Construct as well. And then lastly, a choice that I made because it was really fun was Outstanding Dog Marron. Very old card, and very overlooked, I think, because it is a light type, which means that you can make Construct with it, and also because when it hits the graveyard you shuffle it back into the deck, so this means that you actually have, theoretically speaking, never-ending, you always have a light in your deck or your hand to play to use for Construct, which makes it very useful if you can keep putting Constructs back into your extra deck. So yeah, that is the monster lineup. And then for the spells, I'm playing, as I said before, 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion, just because I prefer playing the 3 of these over instead of the 3 Hedgehog and 2 Fusion. It just appeals to me more. And then playing 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion because you just have to. It opens up so many outs and OTKs and stuff, which is just too good. And then 3 copies of MST because you just need it. You really do. And then 1 Raigeki, 1 Mind Control, which I was actually playing Soul Charge, and I just thought Soul Charge is a bit of an iffy card because there are some things that you just, most of the time I never need Soul Charge, and Mind Control is just so much better, because if your opponent has a water monster or something for you to use of some attribute for you to use, then this is just so good. So yeah. And then playing 1 copy of Foolish Burial to round that off. Then for the traps, I'm playing 2 copies of Shaddoll Core because I just prefer 2 of these instead of 1. It's just having that extra one to fetch back a fusion, recycle it, is just so useful. Not playing Shadow games, I might point out just now, because it's too slow for my liking. I just don't like playing it at all. And then playing 2 copies of Breakthrough Skill to jam up plays. And it also helps if you're playing in a mirror match and your opponent has a Winda, to get over that Winda by just... if you've got a Construct, for example, you can banish this from your graveyard. The Winda then loses its effect, which means it can be destroyed by Construct. And then playing 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness to jam up plays, as I guess it's kind of a staple now. 1 copy of Solemn Warning and 1 copy of Compulse, because it's just too good. Right, so on to the extra deck. I'm playing kind of a standard lineup here, I think it is. Playing 3 copies of Construct because you just need to play 3. Too good not to play at any different ratio. Then playing 2 copies of Shaddoll Winda because I would play a 3rd, but there's just no space in here. Then playing 2 copies of Shekhinaga because it's... like, there does come a point when you do need this card. It is kind of an aggressive card. It's just it's just not as aggressive as Construct. By comparison, it's just too passive, I guess. Like, if you go up against Satellanites though, this can be really useful just to stop them from going off. So yeah, and then lastly for the fusions, 1 copy of Anoyatyllis, so the new guy basically. It's so good to play. Like, if your opponent relies on things that special summon, like spells and traps that special summon from the hand or graveyard, then this is just so good, because like if your opponent's playing Necros, for example, that's the best example. They can't, while this is on the field, they can't actually do anything, like no ritual summons at all, which just jams all of it up. So very useful card in my opinion. So yeah, that is all of the fusions. I do believe there's 8 there. So yeah. And then for the synchros, playing 1 copy of Armades, 1 copy of Goyo Guardian, and then for the level 7s, 1 Arcanite Magician and 1 Black Rose Dragon. Then for the rest of them, playing 1 copy of Leo and 1 Star Eater, which I might actually cut this from the deck because I don't like for another Xyz monster or a level 8. Although I don't make those at all that much. So this card is iffy, I guess. I would probably play another Xyz monster, because the last Xyz monster I'm playing is Lavalval Chain, because it just helps accelerate your plays a lot. But I would also add something like Exciton Knight or another synchro, like possibly Clearwing in this one, if I had one. So yeah, very iffy synchro lineup, but I don't make synchros or Xyz monsters that much, because you really like, the aim is really to go for the fusions, your constructs in general. So yeah, that is the end of the deck profile, guys. I really do hope you like it. So yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. Peace out.